Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your March 2025 weekly reading. It's going to be your reading from March 10th until the 16th. I hope you're doing well. We're just going to go ahead and get started here and jump straight in. I do want to announce that I am running a sale still in my personal readings. That link will be down below in the description of this video. If you're interested in that, it'll be down below. Let's take a look here, Sag. Definitely a lot's going on this week. I've been saying it in the videos. We got a lunar eclipse happening this week on March 14th. And then we also have Sun conjunct Saturn. That'll be on the 12th. We got Mercury conjunct Venus. That'll be on the 11th. And then we have Mercury retrograde on the 15th. So talk about a bunch of change that we're in. And specifically with this lunar eclipse for you, Sagittarius, is definitely big, because one thing I'm already seeing here in your reading with the Ace of Cups being in the challenge is, well, this can be things related to the theme of love, but just trying to find that emotional fulfillment, trying to find that peace and that serenity, and trying to find that consistent rhythm of emotional joy and happiness here. And I think that lunar eclipse that'll be in Virgo lighting up your fourth house, it's like having to let go of these old foundations in which you've built things on, and having to really make adjustments. And so the fourth house in general, and we're going to go a lot deeper in your reading here. There's a lot that we're going to talk about here, but I think just in general with, the fourth house deals with our most inner self, and it also connects to the family and the home and all that stuff. So there could be some challenges and some things going on in that area of your life with your home, your personal life. But when it comes to your inner world, inner self, the fourth house is an energy of feeling emotionally uprooted. Towards our inner self, we're having to face something in our inner self, and it could be some type of turbulence, some type of inner conflict, and like trying to find that peace, that serenity, trying to find that love, that emotional fulfillment, emotional satisfaction. Because for you, I think you're done. I think enough's enough. 10 of Swords in your current energy. It's like you realize you can't keep doing the same thing. And it's interesting as well. I see you recovering here, 4 Swords, like needing time, needing space here. Or sorry, Sag, I'm tripping. Your fourth house is Pisces. My bad. Don't get mad at me. I'm tripping. I'm thinking about Geminis. But anyways, that sun, it doesn't matter, because that sun in Pisces is in your fourth house, which is your foundation. There's a lot of work and attention there right now. The sun's there. It's the central awareness. But that lunar eclipse in Virgo, it's like letting go of aspects of maybe your career, old goals, and trying to really focus on having to go back to the foundations of things, having to go back to the roots of things here. My bad, Sag. I already know I got some people correcting me. Go ahead. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just made a mistake. You pulled this Pisces card. It says, I believe. Well, there it is, right? The sun's in Pisces, and that sun will conjunct Saturn in Pisces this week. That'll be in your fourth house. So the sun conjunct Saturn that can bring definitely a heaviness. It's where we have to take responsibility. We got to get serious when it comes to building and really taking care of things that we can no longer ignore. And so with that fourth house, it's things related to your home, family, your inner self, inner world, things going on emotionally. Right. So there's probably adjustments that you're definitely having to make here. Yeah, you pulled this take time to breathe out here. This is a disseminating moon here. Yeah, and I think that is like your message here. I'm going to pull the rest of your oracle cards and then we'll jump in here. But the 4 Swords being the overall energy is basically this card. It's like taking the time to breathe out, relax, meditate, contemplate, get your mind right, get settled, recover, and then get started with the new thing here. Yeah, you have this crystal quartz card. It says focus here. And it's interesting because quartz crystals, they magnify intentions. So you're definitely having to set new intentions, or you may already have new intentions, or just you have these new ideas, or you're just having to get started with new things in general. And so the universe is really wanting you to focus on those things, and specifically in the areas of your foundation, like your home life, personal life, inner security, emotional and spiritual stability. let's jump in here. You pulled the Four of Swords here for the overall energy. Yeah, and the Four of Swords is taking the time to breathe out, relax, meditate, contemplate, and think about your next moves before just impulsively doing something. I always see the Four of Swords as like, I'm gonna go on a walk. I'm just gonna go chill. I'm gonna sit in nature, or I'm just gonna lay in my bed, right? And I'm not saying scroll, but like just like relax, right? And just kind of feel things out rather than, think things through. You have the Ten of Swords here, and I think that's your overall vibe here, is just to kind of chill out, because I think there's not much because Pisces also, this Pisces card has a lot to deal with. The Pisces has a lot to deal with surrendering and trusting and having faith and going with the flow of things. So it's like, if the flow is taking you this way and the universe is wanting you to relax, right, or is wanting you to yield more, then listen to the universe, listen to your intuition. You have the Ten of Swords here in your current energy, and I think this is you realizing you can't keep doing the same thing over and over, and so you're having to really look at the truth of something and be like, okay, I need to assess things, I need to rethink some things and figure out a better way forward here, figure out how I can do things better. You have the Ace of Cups in your challenge, because emotionally, spiritually, you're not fulfilled. And it's like you need to fill up your own cup here before you can fill up anybody else's, or just attend to things here emotionally that you need to attend to. So that way you can find that peace and that stability here. Because the Emperor is your advice. And it's interesting about the Emperor, because the Emperor is all about how you govern yourself and having to take accountability and having to really structure things, prioritize things. And I don't want to say get serious, but it kind of is like getting serious. And having to put the emphasis on ourselves, because it's very interesting that Venus is retrograding in your 5th house, Sag. Mercury is going to retrograde in your 5th house at the end of the week. And so what does that mean? The 5th house has a lot to do with happiness, and it's a house of self-expression, but it's also a house of being able to comprehend and understand what you're feeling emotionally, but also to understand what others are feeling emotionally too. And I think here that you're having to, what I think for you is like you're having to figure out like these things are happening to where it's showing you like what you're not satisfied with, where you're not happy, and how you would like to change things and adjust things, particularly possibly in the area of love and relationships, or just, it could be romance, 5th house, or creativity, self-expression. Because what is the 5th house? Well, the 5th house is the ability to express what the 4th house, the emotions, right? Like that's why when somebody has powerful self-expression and they're passionate, it's because like they're connected to their emotions, and they're also connected to their intellect too, right? But it's like it just comes through. They can express what they feel. And I think for you, your advice here is like trying to figure out a better way in which you can express and find enjoyment with things here. You have the Ace of Pentacles, and that could show up in many different aspects of your life. You have the Ace of Pentacles here in the future. The good thing is, though, new things are about to happen here. New things are beginning here for you this week. Ace of Pentacles as well. Ace of Pentacles is about defining and creating a new reality for yourself. And I think with this lunar eclipse being in Virgo, it's about letting go of the old reality, letting go of the things that we're trying to manage too much, that are basically slipping through our fingertips. And it's just like it just causes more problems than it brings good. I think this is like letting those things go and then defining and creating a new reality, which will be the Pisces with the North Node where the Sun is. And that reality being something that's actually in alignment with your dreams, that's in alignment with your visions, that's more deeply meaningful. But that could be hard too, because you have to like also surrender and like let go, and you have to like trust. But the Ace of Pentacles says you might as well just get started with creating those things. You have the King of Cups here in the outcome position. Yeah, and one thing I see through all of these changes that you've been dealing with, right? A lot going on in your 4th house, to where it's like, your inner self is going, you're going through changes internally, and it's all shaping you up for this King of Cups, which is being able to, it's like mastering your emotions, becoming more mature, and being able to adapt, improvise, and overcome easily. But I also want to say with this King of Cups too, the Emperor, Ace of Pentacles here, there's something here that I sense that you're very strongly devoted toward, that you definitely love. And so there's this love and devotion here that you have towards something. And I feel like Spirit's really wanting you to channel that love and channel that devotion into your work or the type of world here that you're creating for yourself. And Pisces, it's your dreams and believing in your dreams, believing in yourself. And it's interesting too, one thing I'm picking up here, and this is intuitively, that, you know, the fourth house, when something is afflicting the fourth, we crave more emotional satisfaction so we can look outside of ourselves for it. So the fourth house is connected to like the Holy Grail, which is the Ace of Cups. But then we realize like, oh no, it's actually, it all comes from internally, from the internal. And I think, I'm not saying you don't already know that, but I think it's just like something really clicks with that this week. You have the Five of Wands here in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. I would try to avoid drama here. Don't get sucked into drama, I feel. And also too, I think this Five of Wands is practice makes perfect. This is such an interesting reading because I kind of feel like my intuition is saying like this is what needs to be channeled, so that's what I'm doing it. But the Five of Wands is, it's almost like practice makes perfect. It's almost, I'm seeing you here teach yourself something here. It's like you're learning something here, but when you go to like do it or express it, it's like that's where you get met with these challenges. And so, but it's the discipline, the Emperor, it's the self-accountability with the Emperor to show up and keep doing it, to become the master. That's what the Emperor is, to become good at something, to become great at something here. So it's like just by staying engaged and holding yourself accountable here, it's like you'll be able to master something, King of Cups in the outcome. But it's like first, you know, you just have to stay engaged. Five of Wands, face the limits, face the challenges, the obstacles, and see it as learning here in a way. All right, very interesting. Let's clarify your read, Sag. Clarify the Four of Swords. Clarify the Four of Swords for the overall energy. Two of Swords, yeah. And I would say overall this week, this is a week for you to contemplate, meditate, and think things through. You don't really have to do much or force things here. I'm telling you, I think this week, the overall vibe for you is going to be more chill, more relaxed. There's something here that you're well aware of that's shaping up for you in the future. But I think it's like this is a moment to where it's like you're needing to take a break and to think about what your next moves are. Clarify the Ten of Swords in your current energy. You have the King of Swords here. Yeah, it's like you need to rethink something. And I think it's a new strategy. It's strategy. You're playing chess here, Sagittarius. I think it's a strategy because the Emperor is your advice, which is he's the Emperor. So it's like you're having to come up with a new strategy for yourself and your future and what it is that you're doing and working on. Clarify the Ace of Cups in the challenge, because right now I don't think you're satisfied. Ace of Cups being in the challenge, you're not satisfied emotionally with things. So it's like you're having to fix that. Yeah, Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups here. And I think too, also, this is definitely the Sun conjunct Saturn aspect, March 12th. I'm telling you, you'll feel it on March 12th, 11th, or maybe probably 11th, 12th, and the 13th. And then the 14th, full moon in Virgo. So where there is this harsh reality check to where it's like, okay, all right, I got to re-strategize Saturn. I got to rethink and restructure, replan. And I got to get serious because that's the only way I'm going to be able to fucking get what it is that I want and to achieve my dreams, Pisces, to achieve what it is that I'm ultimately aiming for that's more meaningful for myself. So that's why I see you taking the time out here to really think things through and plan out your next moves. Because what is Pisces? Pisces is surrender. Pisces is, hold on. You think you're aware? No, you're not. Pisces it takes you to the depths of things, to where Pisces deals with continuous research. It deals with research. It deals with learning because its other planet is Jupiter. And you throw it into Pisces. Pisces is inconclusive, so there's this inconclusive reading. That's interesting. Inconclusive research that has to be done. We have to go deeper into things, continue to expand our minds, right? Become enlightened, Pisces. And so, but that takes silence and time and solitude and quiet to be able to think, to be able to get into the flow, Pisces. That's why I see you taking time out here to do that. So you may be, putting something on delay, or maybe you're having to just, this week specifically, you're not moving forward with something because it's like you have to rethink something. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles in the in the future. You have the Knight of Cups, yeah. And the Knight of Cups is just simply when you have a dream, right? The Knight of Cups is always after some type of a new emotional experience based upon what's going on in his imagination, what he's envisioning for himself, and how he thinks it's going to make him feel. And I think that's what you're doing here with the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is creating your new reality. And so that's what I see you doing. It's like you're moving forward into the future and creating something new and ideal for yourself. Some type of a new ideal for yourself. Clarify the King of Cups here in the outcome. You have the Page of Pentacles here, and I think you'll also be getting, if you're waiting on a response here, waiting on some type of message or communication, you'll get it. Page of Cups, or Page of Pentacles, King of Cups, you'll definitely get it. And I see it going well, whatever it is. But I also see you too, at the end of the week, that Page of Pentacles and the King of Cups is like, okay, it's like you're starting to formulate the plan. The plan's starting to come together. So, and then you're able to make your next practical steps here, or take your next practical steps. This is a very interesting energy. I feel like your energy here, Sag, is very strategic. Clarify the Emperor as your advice. Page of Cups here. Persuasion. Persuasion. Your advice here, you have the power of persuasion, and I would rely on that. The Emperor and the Page of Cups. The power of persuasion. But also too, the Emperor, Page of Cups is when you're divinely inspired, like you just get a download. And the Emperor is like, okay, I'm gonna take this download, I'm gonna give it structure, the Emperor. So I think your advice here is to give structure, give form to what your dreams are, and that's Sun conjunct Saturn. That's happening this week. Clarify the Five of Wands. You have the Nine of Swords here. Yeah, and two, I kind of see you being a little bit self-conscious here, Sag. It's where maybe you're wondering, like, what are people going to think about me, or what are people thinking about me, or maybe you're thinking like, is this going to cause a problem? And I would say some of these worries and these concerns, I think they're legitimate, but I think at the same time, you got to be you with that Emperor. You got to be yourself. And so you can't be afraid to disrupt things. So that's what I got for you, Sagittarius, in your reading. Very interesting read. All right. So I'm going to leave it here. I appreciate you, Sagittarius. If you want to book a personal reading with me, again, that link is down below in the description. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. And yeah, any question you have, if you need confirmation, direction, clarity, I'm definitely here for you. And yeah, otherwise than that, Sag, I will see you later.